Welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we're going to take a little road trip up to southeastern Missouri. We're going to run up to Mike Lough Racing Engines and drop off 3 Gen 4 5.3s for machine work, some bottom end parts, cranks getting polished, everything being balanced, rods being checked, all that good stuff. And we've also got a couple engines up there that we need to pick up. So up there, we've got an LT4 short block stroker. It's a 418 cubic inch stroker motor that's going in the C7 Corvette that we've been working on and waiting on the engine to come back for. We've got a DSX ported blower and a couple other goodies to put in that thing, along with a custom ground blower cam. And then we've got Emma's forged rod and piston 6-liter up there that we've been waiting on to come back for her purple single cab truck. It's gonna be a hell of a haul. We're gonna take these 3 up, drop them off, pick those 2 up, and come back. We appreciate Mike so much for everything that he does for us. So let's dive into this episode. We're gonna get these things loaded up in the red truck and get ready to take them out. It's Sunday night. We're going to run out first thing in the morning, try to get back and finish up a couple jobs that we got here at the shop. But let's get these things loaded up. We've got 2 aluminum 5.3s. These are Gen 4s. And then we've got an iron block right here in this bag. Luckily, my truck does have a bed cover, so these 2 not being covered for one night isn't the end of the world. And then we've got the 3 crankshafts over here on the floor. They're going. And then we've got each set of Gen 4 connecting rods out of these engines boxed up here, ready to go. And that's what we're taking him. We're taking him that. And like I said, we're picking up a couple badass little motors from Mike. So we're excited to get up there and get these things back to the shop. So yeah, I'm going to move the truck and we're going to get these things in here. Yeah, it feels, man, it was like 60, 70 degrees yesterday. We had the doors open. It felt amazing. And then today it just feels like absolute ass out here. We got to check our oil in our daily. This thing leaks oil, and the dash says like 160,000, but I'm pretty sure it's like 270. Oh yeah, we're low. We should probably put some oil in this thing. I'll be honest with y'all, I've been waiting on this thing to just inject some parts on its own. But I don't want that to happen. Yeah, like Emma said, I don't want that to happen in Missouri. So it already has like 15 pounds of oil pressure on the dash. So we're going to dump some 530 in this thing in efforts of preventative maintenance. We got to give a huge shout out to one of our great sponsors, O'Reilly's Auto Parts here in Jonesboro, Arkansas. They always make sure that we've got the fluids that we need, any parts that we need, constantly bringing us stuff here to the shop. Even if it's a $2.99 part, those guys don't care. They'll bring it out as long as they're open. So we want to thank Jeff and everybody over there. They are an exclusive YouTube sponsor this year. So this shout out goes to O'Reilly's. We got some 530 here, some full synthetic. We're going to dump probably about a quart and a half off in this thing. If it's leaking, you want to overfill it a little bit, you know. We'll wipe it and stick it again. Oh yeah, look, she barely over it. So now it's running back a little bit, so we're good. All right, guys, so it's Monday morning. Got a little bit of a late start, but we just left the gas station. We stopped. We got us some energy drinks, some breakfast. Went ahead and got us a bite to eat and topped off the fuel tank. So now we're gonna hit the road and we're gonna head towards, I guess you could say it's Cape Girardeau, Missouri. And we're gonna go down there. We're gonna drop these motors off and pick these other 2 up. So right here in good old Paragould, Arkansas, it's probably a 2.5 to 3 hour ride one way. So this is pretty much an all-day endeavor. We did close the shop down today to make this run. But at the end of the day, when you're getting the quality of machine work that we get from Mike, it's worth the 6-hour trip when you're talking, you know, several motors or several engines being taken in a trip. So we do this every now and then. It's not the most practical thing in the world, but we really don't have a good machine shop around us that does what Mike does, and we sure as hell don't have one around us that does it at the caliber that he does. So for one, we're just we're thankful to even be able to be on his list of customers and people that he takes care of. We're super thankful for everything that he does for us, and our customers' engines as well. I mean, just hands down, we're not going to use anybody else for our machine work. That's that. We're going with it. There. For now.
That must be the iron.
This is the iron. Got these things loaded up, ready to go, y'all. Get them back to the shop, get them unloaded. We ready. All right, guys, so we made it back to the shop. We got these things unloaded. We got them on stands. We're gonna go through and show you guys what we got, but disclaimer, we do have some secret stuff going on inside this little iron block 6-liter over here that we're not allowed to show you. That's why we've got it taped off. We got a valley cover on it and such. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. I'm gonna leave it at that. But we'll dive into this one first. So this is Emma's short block for her truck. As far as I know, it's a 5/6-liter. It's got forged flat top pistons in it with valve reliefs. It's got forged connecting rods, H-beam connecting rods in it. ARP hardware, so ARP main studs, ARP rod bolts. Rings are gapped for boost. It's been cleaned, resurfaced, straightened up, trued up. It's ready to go. She's got a stage 3 BTR turbo cam to put in this thing, a set of 243 heads, a Holley intake, and a 78 75 turbo with a 125 AR on the hot side. So this thing should be pretty spicy with a little bit of boost shoved down its throat. Now over here, y'all may have seen in some other videos a white C7 that we've been working on. It came in and had pretty catastrophic engine failure. The block ended up being trashed, the heads ended up being junk. I actually ran through a lot of parts in that thing that were just not usable. Mike put us together this 418 LT4 based stroker that's got, same thing here, it's got forged pistons, it's got forged rods, and it's got a stroker crankshaft. And unlike the other one, this one's had the wheel squirters deleted. It's got ARP hardware as well. And we've got a custom ground cam motion blower cam on the way, being drop shipped directly to us, along with an oil pump, our lower timing gear for the crank snout, and a few other things. Once that stuff gets here, we will get this thing assembled and get it in the car. Now, we did pick up a set of cylinder heads. Mike picked them up for us and reworked them. He remanned the heads completely and put a new set of springs on them. They're still in the truck, but we've got those. So those will be going on here as well, just stock LT4 heads. And then of course we've got everything that come off of this thing, the blower, the Innovators West lower pulley, the valley cover, all that stuff to go back on this thing. We've just got to clean all that stuff up, but we'll be getting this thing together and getting it in the Corvette as well. We had a good trip today though, nice little road trip. We shut the shop down and just made the trip. That way we could talk with Mike about a few things, go over a few things about the builds, and talk about some future stuff with him. So we greatly appreciate his time that he set aside for us today. We know he's a busy man and he's got a long list of people to build engines for, so it's an honor to be able to do business with him and have him in our corner doing what we do. Huge shout out to Mike Lough. Thank him so much. If you guys need anything race engine wise and want a top of the line high performance race engine, holler at Mike Lough in southeastern Missouri, 573-243-8944. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. We appreciate you guys watching. We appreciate all the comments, the likes, the shares, the subscribes. We love seeing the subscribers grow on a daily rate, and we can't thank you guys enough for that. Because you guys watch is why we're able to keep going and keep making content like this. We appreciate everybody watching and following our journey, doing what we do. You guys viewing us and following us allows us to keep setting more time aside to invest in more content and being more creative, bringing you guys more in-depth type stuff on these projects. So we appreciate that, guys. We really enjoy doing this. So remember, you can find us on Facebook and TikTok at 727 Motorsports. If you have any questions about anything LS or LT related, you can send us a message at 727motorsports.net under the Contact Us page. We're going to get these things bagged up and go find us something to eat. So until next time, remember, if you're not following us, grab that button.